This is the XRP 1 month overview reading for the month of July 2023. It's currently May 22nd, 2023, 7:04 p.m. Eastern Time. XRP at the time of this reading is currently 46 or 0.4615, just over 46 cents USD. And the shuffle file for XRP that we're about to play was created on May 11th, 2023 at 6:02 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this video right here. The overall theme and behavior for the month, we have a bullish rally. There's a rally along a diagonal trend line breaking through horizontal resistance to meet a second resistance before pulling back to somewhere between those two price levels. Those are resistances on like a multi-day kind of scale. It's crossed with at least one sharp drop. It looks like there's a sharp drop here around the 4th, possibly on the 2nd as well, but a sharp drop here on the 4th, and that'll be off of a peak. Behavior on the high side, we have a brief peak that's easily missed, followed by a sharp decline through multiple support levels, and then behavior around the lowest low out of a decline. Usually the futility card is a big move higher that starts out of a decline. We're expecting to go lower based on technicals or due to like overwhelming headwinds, something along those lines, but instead we move higher anyways. That'll take place out of the low. Before we go any further, let's take a look at the 1 year and see how we did thus far. Looks like I had a little difficulty determining where the highs and lows were. Sometimes that'll happen. I don't always get the highs and lows, and it looks like the 1 year was done all the way back in December 28th, 2022, so quite a long time ago, guys. I've learned quite a lot since then, and it looks to me like we probably do have a high in April, and it would make sense that there's a high here in April. We've got this stone here indicating a high. We might see a revisiting of that high or push that high higher in June, but then we have a low in August, it looks like. So from the standpoint of July, what we want to do is we want to position ourselves. We could probably open up a long position near a trough and then close it at the end of the month of July. A trough like mid-month, end of the month, close that long position and position yourself for a downturn when we're at a crest towards the end of the month. Looks like a pretty notable decline, the completion of a rally and a notable decline. A lot of the time that Ace of Cups indicates a lowest low as well. So from that standpoint, we'll get into in more detail when we look at the trades. Let's do the day by day. So on the first, we have a trade opportunity in the midst of a rally, notable rally standing out on a multi-day chart. On the second, we have erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level, confirming a bullish trend. Erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level, revisiting a crest that was recently a past opportunity, not confirming a bullish trend. However, it looks like towards the end of the day on the second, we do have a crest, and there's a reversal on the third. There's a peak or crest there, like around the second, third, and a reversal on the third with a sharp drop on the fourth, taking us into what might be a lowest low there on the fourth. On the cusp of the 4th, 5th, big move to the upside, followed by on the 5th, another sharp drop, another location where we might have the lowest low. Highest location is the 4th, but we might see it somewhere around the 5th, 6th. On the 6th, there's a fake out early in the day. It looks like a breakout of some sort that doesn't last, and then we there's like a breakout that we break through like a key resistance, but it doesn't hold. The following day there on the 7th, we move through resistance, we stay above it briefly, and then again we break back down through the same price level shortly thereafter. Although usually there's like a local high or something there, so like a new high after reaching those lows. On the 8th, we decline through multiple support levels. Early in the day on the 9th, we have a rally. It'll stand out on a multi-day chart, taking us to a near overbought peak that we sell off through multiple support levels there later in the day on the 9th into the 10th, where there's a lot of price change on the 10th. A lot of price change and a significant amount of trade opportunity here. There's actually 3 separate trade opportunity correlators here on the 10th. We'll talk about that in the paid version in more detail. But sideways rotation, and then at the end of the day, from like a crest or peak, we have a notable move to the downside. So, then on the 11th, we establish support rotating sideways, followed by a prominent move higher. Off of that prominent move higher on the 11th, we decline into the 12th. There's a prominent trough there towards the end of the day on the 12th, and we have out of that decline a big move to the upside to reach for from the bottom of a range to the top of a range, and there's a key technical price level important on the scale of at least a 1 year scale. They're around the 12th, 13th, 14th, 13th, 14th. We have a prominent trough there on the cusp of the 12th, 13th. We have another prominent trough and a prominent crest on the 14th. Not necessarily a highest high or a lowest low. By prominent, I mean it'll stand out on the chart, but it's not going to be a highest high or lowest low unless I specify that. A lot of price change there on the 14th as well, around a key resistance level or price level. A lot of price change. One could position themselves probably in both directions there if they're nimble. On the cusp of the 14th, 15th, we have a bit of a rally, and there's some sideways fluctuations in the midst of like equal amounts of inflow and outflow, or price swings of some kind there on the 15th while rotating sideways along support. On the 16th, another significant trade opportunity in the midst of a rally. It looks like a crest towards the end of the day, or on the cusp of the 16th, 17th. We'll talk about the trade opportunities surrounding the 16th and the 17th in a lot more detail in the paid version. My friends, if you're interested in the paid version, it's a really great way to support the channel. You do so here at our services, SO MetaPost. Click on our monthly subscription, and in the case of this reading, it's XRP. Subscribe to XRP, or if you want to get the paid version of all readings every month, it's you subscribe here for the $2.50. It's an amazingly helpful way to support the channel, my friends. We remember everybody by name who does that, because you guys really do mean a lot to us. You're the reason why we're able to grow and progress, really. So with that said, guys, best place to get those trade information is in the paid version. On the 17th, decline off of that crest through multiple support levels, taking us into a prominent trough on the 18th. There's an important opportunity on the 18th that'll stand out amongst other opportunities throughout the month. And it looks like there's like a pretty tricky reversal in there. We decline into the 18th, and then we reverse, and there's a prominent crest or peak early in the day on the 19th at a key resistance level. We might see a highest high here. It's possible. I think the highest high is probably a little later into the month, but there is some probability of it being here like midday. So there's a speaker towards the end of the day. A lot of price change there on the 19th. And a speaker towards the end of the day that's highlighted that may impact XRP somehow. A bit of a drop into the 20th, but then out of that drop, we have a notable move higher, standing out on a multi-day chart, taking us into the 21st, where we have the completion of a crest and possibly a sharp drop there, like a tower type of drop. Bullish price swings on the 22nd. On the 23rd, we most likely have our highest high for XRP on the 23rd of July. That's the highest high for July in any case. Most likely, that's the highest probability. There's a couple other locations where it could be, where there's a higher probability, but this is the highest location. I think the 23rd, 24th, 25th, somewhere in there, probably the 23rd. And what we do is we create an overbought crest that we sell off through multiple support levels from that high into the 24th, where we see more decline on the 24th. And then it looks like probably even continued decline into the 25th, where we have a trough like around the end of the day on the 25th, and then a sideways fluctuating rally on the 26th that precedes a decline, another decline towards the end, towards the beginning of the day on the 27th. Multiple false bottoms or tops there. It looks like multiple false bottoms. And then we come to a sideways rotation along a key support level on a multi-day scale there on the 28th. There's a sharp drop within that period of sideways rotation. That sharp drop will mark an opportunity I'll talk about in detail in the paid version. On the 29th, we decline to meet a support level that we recently met once before, probably from the 28th or the 26th. On the 30th, so out of that support level on the 29th, there is a bit of a rally into the 30th. We have a prominent crest. There's a rally along a diagonal trend line. We break through a horizontal, meet another resistance, and there's a prominent crest for the month there, followed by the halting of that bullish trend, marked by a sharp decline through key support on a one month kind of scale on the 30th. On the 31st, however, another big move higher, and we successfully turned resistance into support on the 31st. Sneak preview for August. Looks like we have a pretty big move in August to the upside. That's at least at some point there, pushing the upper end of a range higher. Yeah, and it looks like it's possible with this full card for that to actually take place early in August. It's a possibility. We'll talk about it in more detail on the paid version. There you have it. That's the full shuffle file completed. Guys, that's XRP for July 2023. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. And as always, make sure to follow that rule of karma, my friends. You do so here at the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders. 5% of the profits should be donated forward to one of these charities. 5% of the profits back to the channel to support the channel. And that leaves you with 90% of the profits. Make sure you spend that out of love. As long as you do that, my friends, the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold through this channel. I'll see you guys on the next one.